Hello my dear students and my dear subscribers. Welcome back to the Suraj Computer Coaching YouTube channel once again. So before we will start with today's session, please do subscribe our channel if you have not subscribed. Let us dive into the page layout view. So in the previous two sessions, I told you something about home tab and insert tab. Today we are going to discuss some important options in the page layout tab. So if you have any doubts in the home tab, like in a clipboard group, font group, paragraph group, you can refer to the previous videos. So now before we will move to the insert tab, let us try to understand few important features or the options of page layout ribbon, how to set the margin, how to set the paper size, and many more options. So now to start with, I will tell you that most of the students, they want to set the margin, but they don't know where to set the margin. So whenever you will open the Microsoft Word, the Word will open the home ribbon. So you have to go to the page layout ribbon. In that we have one option in the page setup group. So in page setup group, we have option called margin. Click on that margin option. You will get some ready-made margins like top margin, bottom margin, left margin, and the right margin. If your requirement is already there, like if you want 1.27 or 1.27 on the top, on the bottom, and the left and right, just click on this. Your page will be set to the 1.27 on all four sides of the document. So that means what? It is very easy when you know the option. So most of the time students will ask me that, sir, if I want 1.5 inch which is not available in this option, then how I should set my margin? Only left margin I want to set 1.5 margin. Then you have to go to the last option, that is a custom margin. So once you click on the custom margin, here we will get the option to set our margins according to the user's requirement. So now I want the left margin as 1.5. So you just go on clicking the arrow button, up arrow button for increasing and down arrow button for the decreasing. So 1.5, even in the right side, if I want it as a 1.5, I will go on clicking on the up arrow key. Now this is the left margin and the right margin will become 1.5. Similarly, if you want to increase the top margin to 2 centimeter, you can increase it to the 2 centimeter, and you can increase the bottom margin as a 2 centimeter, so that it looks quite uniform, so that we have set top and bottom to the 2 centimeter and left and bottom to the 1.5 centimeter. So please make sure that whenever you do the changes, and you will click on the OK button. So now this we have set 1.5 in the left and 2 centimeter in the top, and similarly with the right 1.5 and bottom 2 centimeter students. Now after this, if you want to print, if you want to take the printout in the landscape, so right now we are in the portrait mode, dear students. Try to understand, if you want the mode, that is an orientation mode as a landscape, click on the landscape. Now you can see. So once you click on the landscape, your printout will be in the wide manner, not in the height manner. If you want to see this more clearly, click on this button and click on a print preview. So click on this button, then go to the print, and then go to the print preview. So this is how you will get. Actually I have tabled 2 pages. It is showing 2 pages right now. If you want to see 1 page printout, you can click on this 1 page printout. So this is a wide manner. Most of the students don't know how to make the orientation as a wide manner, that is a landscape. So usually we will use a portrait. So I will click on the portrait. So once we will click on the portrait, this is how the printout will come. So once you will see this print preview, click on the close print preview. Now we are in the normal mode, dear students. So next problem is the size of the paper. Most of the time we are using A4 size paper in the printer while taking the printout. So before printing, you make sure that your paper size or the document size is set to the A4. So if you are using A6, you have to select here A6. If you are selecting A4, A5, click on the A5. So this is how A5 paper will be very small, as you know already, but we are using A4 size, so I am setting this document to the A4 size. Okay, so if you have a A5, then set to the A5. If you have a A6, set to the A6. And if you have any other papers, please look into the default paper size and then only go to the print, dear students. Okay, now I will tell you some important and very interesting options like watermark. Most of the documents you will see the watermark on the document. If you want anybody to not to copy, then you can have a watermark on your document. See here, confidential, in the slant manner, in the horizontal manner, in the vertical manner. You have so much of options. If you want to print it as a confidential, do not copy, but usually we want to have our own name. So at that time you have to click on one more option, that is called as a custom watermark. So custom watermark is an option which will give you to custom. That means when you click on this text watermark, here you have to type your name or your computer. So I am typing Suraj Computer Education. So I want Suraj Computer Education as a watermark on my document. So layout will be diagonal or horizontal. If you want the layout as a diagonal, you can select it as a diagonal. If you want a horizontal, you can select it as a horizontal. So for time being, I will select it as a diagonal. See, dear students, now it has come here, Suraj Computer Education. So this is called as a watermark. Most of the writers, they use this option for their confidentiality purpose. Next one is a page border, very important. When you print the document, it does not look so nice. If you put the page border, that will be very attractive. So let us try to understand how to use this page border. So when you click on this option called page borders, there is one dialog box will appear called borders and shading. In this we have three important tabs like borders, page border and shading. Right now we are discussing only about the page border, how to put the page border. Just click on this box, second option, and try to select the style of the line. There are so many ready-made lines are there. I will select this as my line, and you can click on the color palette also, but right now we will have a black and white color. Just click on a OK button. So look at this. Now we have got one border to this document. Again, go to this office button and click on the print and click on the print preview. So this is how your document will look like after the watermark and the page border. And again click on the close print preview button so that we will come to the normal view. So again, if you want to know how many lines you have typed, you need not to count manually in MS Word. We have ready-made option called line numbers. Just click on this line numbers and click on the second option called continuous. When you click on this, suddenly automatically within a fraction of second our Microsoft Word will count the number of lines. See, we have typed almost 89 lines. So if you don't want this, you can remove it from the same option called line number and make it as a none. Okay students, so this is how I can set my margins, I can set my orientation, I can set my paper size, I can set watermark, I can set my page borders, and even I can see the line numbers. So these are the few important options usually in day-to-day life we are using. If you find this video helpful, please share to your friends and your family members. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and support me. Thank you very much, students.